Hello folks, this is Gmodism Total Nerdy Channel, and you guessed right, we will do, it's in the description, damn it, we will do an E2 bike for this time. So we will select a good plate. I will do a scooter like little bike, you see, and I don't know, I think that this will be a good base plate. Now, I think there is something quite weird with this, because it seems that we need to build to the south. And as you know, you do take your paint tool and then we like go to, yeah, we will make a smiley. And then you take the eyes and like here. This means that this way is south. But we need to build towards the south, I believe, because the bike leaning ship seems to be a bit reverted. I think. I might be wrong, but we will notice that very soonly. Well, to show you what we will build, it's an E2 bike and it will have lean. It will be able to lean. This is one I made previously. Like this, it's quite straightforward, and then it turns around like this and it leans in the curves. Well, isn't that quite cool? And that's what we will be making. I will make a scooter-like bike here, but you may do what you please. What you see fit, basically. Now let's see here. We should use the 20 and nah, let's use the 25s and the 25s like that, and we will go to no collide to the base plate on both of them. Now front will be this way, and I have activated build mode or Fuscan build mode. And this is a scooter, that's because, well, it's a bit easier to build with. This, like, bottom plate that you see here, it will of course be made invisible later on, as you might imagine. And let's go like that. And no, I'm not going to use precision alignment stuff because I am lazy. Now, are we building straight? Yes, I know it's faster if you learn it well. I just don't want to learn that tool, even though it might save me time. Isn't that logical? Oh well, I think we will actually put it a bit forth. It doesn't matter that the base plate is like that. And it's a scooter that I'm making, so it will be rather compact. Alright, I guess this is good enough. Now we will go for the axis center, like this. Have everything unchecked and force limits to nothing. Now we have a nice axis on that one. And we go on ball socket center, actually. And here you see we have regular settings, just as usual, free movement. And yep, isn't that nice? So we make a ball socket on that one to show you how it works. If we would make this wheel, ball socket there, it can rotate around every way. Well, whatever. Now we shall find a little seat. Vehicles, and let's go with a... No, I think we will be elevated too much in the air now. Or will we? Yep, we will. Let's just go with the airboat seat. Oh right, you might need propcore for building this. We will use setang ships, and then you might need something called propcore. I think that you already should have that installed by kind of default by wiremod, but otherwise look in the description down below and you will see that I have some commands there that you can run. And if you if things work weird, you should play it in 2-player local instead of single player, because then it's more like servers work. Single player is a bit, well, it's based on your tick rate, so it's different. But just so you know, I'm playing this in single player because for some reason it lags a lot less for me. Well, I have like over 30 FPS, around 30. I don't want to get more. I don't want to get less. Anyways, back to the tutorial. We will use ease car steering. I will upload a little pack. You can download these ships from, well, I think I use mod database as usual. And well, ease car steering. This is a bit different than the setang because we actually have it turns smooth, and it has some different angles when you have your top speed, so that it won't lag or anything like that. Not lag. Basically, it makes you not lose control over your vehicle. And let's see here, we should be gaining a little pod controller indeed. Where is it? Oh, there it is. And we will spawn this on a good position. Maybe here will be good. Oh, okay, I will not use Smart Snap, I will just... That's in the middle. And then we right click, link it up to the seat. Alright, chassis. This is the chassis, and the pod controller is of course this one. Now we should be getting to have... Where is this now? Oh yes, ball socket advanced. Now you can see this is default. You will use wheel slave setting. Go do on this one, and when you have done these settings, write in a name and add preset so you have it saved. Settings should be force limit 0, of course, torque limit 0, of course, X minimum should be minus 180, X maximum should be positive 180. This is the only axis with free movement you see, because the Y minimum is minus 001 and the Y maximum is 001 positive, as well as the Z axis, as you can see here. So they basically a very small angle of lock that we create, and no friction and free movement. Now hit this, hit that, and we should be able to control the wheel, I believe. Yes, but I have frozen this. Okay, let's unfreeze this. Now, isn't that good? All right. Now that that is done, we should be going for the engine part. And I will make this a bit smart setup, I believe. And I want to choose an engine. Let me think. It's very important to me that I get the right engine. So I have selected this 18 horsepower 250 cubics single engine. And then we will go for gearboxes. We will use 4-speed, and we will have inline, I believe. Let's see here. Yes, we'll have an inline tiny will be enough. Well, we can change those settings later on if we need to. Is that a tiny? Tiny, yes. Okay, so we can now collide our engine with the base plate and also with the shell maybe, and we shall be putting it into a good place. We now collide the gearbox to everything, and this little thing here is the output where we'll go to the engine, and on this engine this side is like the output thingy. Also, you might be able to connect it directly to the gearbox, but we will do a little funny bypass thing connection, just for, well, I want to basically. Alright, they are lined up good enough. Let's connect the engine to this little one here. You can see that this connection is quite close. We should move it away a little bit, just so it won't jump out of its axis. They might do that when they are too close. Alright, is this enough? I think it has to be. Right. So now we will, of course, be having a little prop to connect to the wheel, because we will do a let's see here, a slaver setting actually. So we will, let's see, go to, I will find a good gear on mechanics. Oh yes, this little gear wheel will look awesome. We no collide that, and I know that it has a quite heavy weight, so we will go to the weight and we will change this to, both wheels are 100. Well, let's change the wheels anyways. The wheels will not be more than 50, it's already much enough. Let's have the base plate to 50, and then we have the wheels at 30, and then maybe this little transfer wheel will have at 10. Alright, now we need, of course, to locate where we have that, the output. And that will be around here. And a little bit more into the vehicle. I think that this should be good enough. Now, of course, you see that, well, this must be very straight, as well as the back wheel. So we do just like this. We take axis center and we hit the wheel, and then we hit the base plate, and we go to ball socket advanced. We go to slaver setting, which is well, all the minimums are minus 0.01, all positives are 0.01. Basically the wheel slave, but with x-axis also locked. Well, let's hit them up. Now they should be interlinked. And of course, now I can't unfreeze it. Oh well. Now we go to our welding tool, and we should weld this engine to the base plate, and we should weld this gearbox to the base plate, and make sure the force limit is 0. Alright. Now then, if we rotate this, the wheel rotates too. If we freeze this, yes, it's set up as it should. Oops, wow, that was some lag. Oh well, never mind. Now, we will connect up, let's see here. Well, of course, we didn't connect the gearbox to that one, and now the link is successful. Fantastic. Now we will connect up basically the gearboxes, and we will use some smart setup for the gears. It's probably have been used before, but I haven't seen it or used it before, so I will just call it my little smart gear setup. It's not very complicated. It's basically so that we connect up S button to be backwards directly. So that's nice. Now we go to our Temic, and we will find multiply. Go for multiply right here. And we will have a slight smaller model so we can see what we're doing. And I like to have parts like this actually visible. Okay, so 1 multiply for the backwards movement, and 1 multiply for the forwards movement, and then, yes, maybe we need, I think we need a third gate for that too, actually. So we spawn 3 of them, and the constant value. Well, number 1 should be 100, number 2 should be 5, I think, and we probably will need a 1 just somewhere, so we kind of add that. Alright, I believe that will be that. I want to have that little model, I believe, would be cool. So, come on now. Here we go, and the value there. So, activate, we will connect up to the advanced pod controller, which I have smartly hidden away. Active on active, and then throttle, we will connect up to... Ooh, now I realize we need to have an add gate. So we go for gates again. And let's see here, add. I don't know if we need 4 gates. I might have, well, spawned it anyways. It's not that hard. Complicated on the add gate. This will be the forwards movement, so we connect at A of the add gate to this one. Now that one is the multiply gate, one of them. We'll connect to 100, and B will connect directly back to the pod controller, and we will have it of the value. Well, when we press W, it will go forward. Alright, and then we also will have the backwards movement, which we connect to this one. And that will be, well, also to the pod controller, but S instead, and then also on value 100. But this will be also, yes, then we will have like this gate also, that will be, yeah, we will need them all, good. This is parallel for directly changing into backwards, so that we will have an S, and S, when we press S, we'll get a value of 5 when we connect it up to this one, because the S is value 1, and that times the value of this is 5, and that's gear 5. So we will connect up gear to basically that gate here. It's that one, I think. Yes, it should be. Yes, it's that one. That's the gear changer. That's for throttling backwards, and that's for throttling forward, and that's basically to, well, collect up the throttle buttons, so the engine can have it. So these ones are doing 2 different things when we press S, but they do it simultaneously. Alright, now we will have gear up. On this we will not have any weapons, so we'll have gear up on mouse 1, and we will have gear down on mouse 2. Clutch we will connect directly back to the pod controller, and we will connect it to space, which we also will have a brake on. Now, I believe that this part of the setup is mainly done. We will of course fall apart in this, not fall apart, like tilt around and die, not die. Anyways, for testing purposes, we will right click on this and make it keep upright. So we basically can test it, because, well, this is just some weird copy. Let's use the tools of Satan and easy weld it. Okay. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Oh. You know that value 5, I thought we had a 5 gears gearbox, but we have not. We have not a 5 gears box. We have a gear 4 gearbox, of course. I should have thought of that. Sorry about the confusion, but number 4 symbolizes the 4th gear, which will make us instantaneously go into backwards gear, which is the last gear. It's the 4th gear. Okay, now. Well, everything is backwards, but that doesn't matter. No, it isn't. Okay. So basically, you can see here, when I press S, I go backwards, and then I need to have put in some gears forward and It's basically spinning around like this because we haven't any make spherical on the wheels. This is what creates that. So we will slap on some make spherical and we might be able to test it actually. And wow. Now this is acting very strange and well, it does that. But we can see that it works anyways, even though we need to, well, get away. Well, we should go back to the real build and we will go and put some make spherical onto these wheels also. We will see if it still forgets the ball socket. In that case, we need to remake the ball socket. Okay, whoops. Now it has forgotten some no collides. Let's temporarily no collide them to everything. And we should of course make this plate go keep upright. Alright. Right click, keep upright. Freeze that one. Get the share. Okay, now we sit in a weird... Oh, I didn't... Oh, now it works. Fantastic. Or wait. Well, I think it's high time we put in some... Alright, so now it works at least, and it didn't forget its... basically, well, the axes, but we can press backwards and it goes backwards, and to go forward we need to turn in, well, the gears. So that's all good. Let's remove that and continue. Now, let's finally go to the bike lean part. Go into your wire where you will have your expression to, and then you will have the bike lean ship. Well, spawn that little plate somewhere, you enjoy it. And then we have, oh right, the person that coded this apparently uses the miles per hour, and so be it. I of course like kilometers per hour better because it's logical, it's easy to understand, and it's along with the rest of the systems we use. But it doesn't matter because it's the same math. We need to connect it up to miles per hour so it will understand. And then we connect the chassis of the bike lean to this chassis and pod of the bike lean to the, well, that's the pod controller, of course. Alright, now we get it there. And now we will see if we did correctly building to the south, or if we actually need to build it to the north anyways, despite what I said. Oh, one thing more. We should also no collide this base here. We right click on it so it won't create any collisions. And it's paste. Alright. Oh yes, of course. We will of course have a slaver setting from the bike lean ship to the, well, let's do it on the regular stuff. You know, go to ball socket advanced, and then we have the slaver settings as I gone through many times. Hit the bike lean and then hit this plate here. And we need to have it a bit in the air also for it to move easier, or we can see it move at least. Alright, let's spawn this thing and hopefully we'll get it working. Okay, now that's spawned into the ground. Now this is very strange. Yes, I have finally got what went wrong. Of course, I did this off screen, but it took like at least 15 minutes for me to figure this out. Well, Apparently I've forgotten it or something, and it doesn't matter. But it was the ball socket settings that went wrong. So we will be... Oops. We will be redoing this little step anyways. Have a speedometer spawned, and then we go and we have our bike lean ship, and we will be spawning in it on the ground like this. Hover it up a bit, go to wire tool. That one, MP ho. Oh, damn it, that's wrong. Now, meters per hour, chassis goes to this one, pod goes to our pod controller, which we can see. Come on. There we have it. Now, when you go to your advanced ball socket, of course, you will go with, well, select your slaver settings, but there will only be the Y axis that actually will be a slave. So X minimum is minus 190, X maximum plus 180, as well as the Z minimum. So X and Z axis will be free, while Y axis remains slaver settings. Okay, now we slave those together, and you should see that it will work. Okay, and paste. Let's see here. And we need to unfreeze. Oh, it wasn't a gear. Oh, wow, that's some punch. Okay. You can see here we gain some speed and we actually lean in all curves. So I did remember correctly with that we actually need to build in the south direction instead of the north that you usually build in. So that's a bit funny. Well, changing gearbox output, you know how to do. And we have 3 gears forward, and then we can press S and we will go backwards. There is one thing more that we want to add. Whoa! We will of course want to add some nice model things so it looks cool, and then we will also have one of the cool weld latch brakes. And making a weld latch brake is not very hard. But if you are new to that part also, I will show it to you. So, we want to be compact. Let's spawn it underneath here. There's a suitable place for a brake. That, and then we place the controller there. Alright, let's go to the wire and activate. We will be connecting to the space bar, which we also have connected a clutch to. That should be that. Let's see if it's working. And get in. So if we would speed up some bit here, and then we can brake. Wow. That's cool. Works like it should. Oh well. Then it's just for me to remain to make a nice looking model. So, alright, I did a recording and it failed. I don't know why, don't ask me why, I don't know. But, well, I basically explained what I did with the bike. You can see it looks kind of cool now. But I didn't say very much important, so we will cover it up. Or not really. Anyways, you can see I totally failed making some weird... I don't know, scooter or something, because I was like, no, that's too boring. Let's make a badass military bike that looks super awesome instead. And I was like, yeah. So you can see here I put on some props and I parented all to one of these gates here. So and I also enabled set weight, so it's super light. On the option here. I don't know if you know it. If we go to parent, you can see here, this is the settings I used, set weight. That's kind of neat. Alright, if we go to ACF armor properties, I press reload, you can see it's 223 kilos, and that's quite light for an ACF structure. We only have 18 horsepower though, but we don't really need much more. Then I used the ACF sound replacer to change the sound of the engine, and if you know how to do that, then you can look at a tutorial of my basic ACF stuff. Anyways, what you might want to know is that the S-props, many of them have like skins. So I have chosen, well, different body groups that I liked and also skins to make them look cool. Alright, I guess that will conclude this tutorial. We have a fully functional bike. When we press S, we immediately turn in backwards. We have a separate system for that. That's really useful to have. Well, I guess that's kind of that. This map is City 25, if you wished to know. I don't know the top speed, but to me it seems to be pretty fast considering it's 18 horsepower. Well, whoa, whoa, damn, what happened? Yes, I didn't look that, I didn't see. Well, whoa, no! So you can flip over. That's nothing wrong with that. That's just well, reality of biking. No, not really. Anyways, now my doorbell. Wait a second. なんでもない。それでは、ja, let's continue. Yes. Where was I? The bike is completed, and I hope you have enjoyed this little tutorial with using bike lean ship and everything. Links you should need is in the description. We also have brakes on this. That's cool. So anyways, see you in the next video. Hope you like this one, and I will just drive around in our super cool custom bike. Whoa, in the city here. Wow. This backwards features is so useful. Oh. We have an issue. I can show you that while I'm on it. Apparently something jumped out of its socket. This one probably to this one. No, that's the copy tool. Okay, so we'll link up this one to that one. Oh, then it's the engine to, oops, like that way. Yes, the engine jumped out. Nothing important. So, thank you very much for watching. This is Gmodism Total Nerdery channel officially out. I hope I will see you in the next video. So, have a great one.